Hi, it's Karen. Today I would like to talk a little about the Snow Place and Snow Friends stamp set and framelit bundle from Stampin' Up. It's in our 2015 holiday catalog, and it's been the most popular set, but it has also had the most questions. A lot of people don't get how it all works together. So this is more of an informational video just to kind of show you some of the different pieces and the different ways that it can go together. So first of all, I have this cute little penguin that I made using the set, and I stamped just the penguin image with Memento black. Well, it's actually tuxedo black ink, and we do sell that in our annual catalog. Then with Pool Party, I stamped the scarf, and I stamped the little stocking hat. And I did it in the Pool Party to show you that you can do this. It looks like a Santa hat or an elf hat, but you can do it in a different color to match a scarf to make it more like a winter outdoor hat. The other items in the kit, or I should say the bundle, are the tall snowman and the little snowman. And I have the little guy stamped and the tall guy stamped also. And you're probably wondering, how did I get these other items? How did I get the nose colored? I used my Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Write marker. And what I did was I just simply colored the nose, just like so. I colored the penguin feet too. I'll show you just how quick and easy that is. There's lines in these already, so it adds a little dimension. You don't have to really worry about being dimensional because it has the illusion of some dimension because of the lines that they put in. They're probably the easiest ones for you to color and enjoy the way they turned out. So very simple, just color with your Stampin' Write marker. It has two ends. It's great for scrapbooking, journaling. This end you would use to color big areas. This end you can use for writing. All right, so I'm going to set the little guy aside. But I do want to just kind of go over a few more of the things in this set. There's a candy cane. There's two sets of buttons. There is a ice cream cone. Again, the little stocking hat. There's arms for the little and big snowman. This is a set of 3 all on one stamp, some snowflakes for a background on your card. The scarf, the necktie, the bow tie, the little holly berries, the top hat, and the earmuffs. So you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and there is a framelit for everything on this. So this is a really nice set because you've got the penguin, you've got the snowman, the little snowman, the top hat, the scarf, the hollies, the arms. You could actually just do these out of a brown and not even stamp them, and just have them sticking out like twigs. Your earmuffs, bow tie, necktie, ice cream, buttons, and I don't remember if I said that, but the candy cane. So that's what you have in the two sets. In the two sets. If you bundle them together, you save 15% over the cost of if you were to purchase the stamp set and the framelit set separately. So the bundle, you do have to use the bundle code to get the special price of $45. So you're getting 22 stamps and 15 dies for $45. Also, there is Merry Christmas, Snow Way, it's Christmas already, Let It Snow, Time to Chill, and there's Snow Place Like Home. So there's also 5 winter snowman related word stamps. Okay, so I showed you how I used my Stampin' Write marker to color the noses and the feet of our penguin. And I'm going to show you just another little trick with the Stampin' Write markers. Ooh, I don't have the right color of cardstock. One moment while I grab that. I apologize. All right, here we go. When you use your Photo-Palmer stamps, make sure that you put them on a block that is a little larger than the stamp, because you want to make sure you get a nice clean image. If you go too close to the edge, you won't get equal pressure. And on this, I am going to color the little red berries using my Stampin' Write marker. And this is a great way to get 2 colors on a stamp. I'm going to use the painty one. But if you don't trust yourself with the painter edge, you could certainly use the other side. So this is our real red Stampin' Write marker that I just used. And now I'm going to use Cucumber Crush. And I'm going to get the leaves. So I did the holly berries with the real red. I'm doing the leaves with the Cucumber Crush. And after you're done coloring your parts, you just take your block and you breathe on it. Straight down, straight up. And you have a really nice holly berry, which you have the framelit with from the kit to cut that out. And I'll just do one more. And you might have to practice a little on this. Don't use permanent marker on your stamps because it won't come off. So I don't know any other markers except our Stampin' Write, so I only recommend Stampin' Write. But I know if you use a permanent marker, you're going to be unhappy. All right, so I stamped the holly berries. And then I did take the little framelit, and just for the sake of the video, I just had them already cut out. But you can see how that fits just around there, and it cuts perfectly around the edge. So that's how I did those. All right, you can already see so much coming from this set. All right. So I'm going to set these aside. You could use them just like this if you want to, but what's the fun in that? This reminds me of color forms a little bit, because when I was little, we used to have like the things that you could put the different color forms on and decorate them, and they had people with clothes, and this just kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So with the top hat and the bow tie, I used another one of our products, and it's in the holiday catalog as well, handmade for the holidays for 2015. It's called Black Glimmer Paper, and it's $5 for 2 12 by 12 sheets. Recently, I was at a scrapbook expo. They were selling, it wasn't as nice, 6 by 6 inch sheets of black glimmer paper and glitter paper for $5 for a 6 by 6. So you can see this is really an excellent value. All right, so I decided maybe I would like this penguin to be a little traditional. And I'm just going to put the hat and the necktie on him. And I took a little bit of my Tombow and I put his hat on. And I just kind of did it off to the side a little. He sure looks dapper. And the little necktie piece. Just like that. So he's like all dressed up and ready to go somewhere. That's one of them. Then I did another one with Lost Lagoon. You can see how different they look with the different colors. And you don't need a lot of glue. I'm using my Tombow liquid multi-purpose glue. Again, we sell that in our large catalog, the 2015-2016 annual catalog. And a little bit of Tombow along the hat of the stocking hat. And some people have been putting them on kind of floating above their head. But if you wiggle it around, you can make it look cute. There's no exact science to this. It's just whatever you like. And then I decided to go with the buttons that are a stamp right here. And I stamped that on my penguin to kind of make him look a little more formal. I cut a bow tie and a top hat out of the black glimmer paper. I love this. It's got such a fine sparkliness. It's not like giant chunks of glitter. I think that's where they get the name glimmer. So you get that like kind of sparkly look. And I think I'm going to put his hat going in the opposite direction. So here we have him looking all ready to go along with his buddy. Maybe they've got dates tonight. All right. So with the snowman, I again used the pumpkin pie Stampin' Write marker to color his nose, and you saw how quick that was. Then I took, in the pool party, candy buttons, and we sell those in the different color collections in our catalog, again, 2015-2016 annual, and you'll find the pool party in the Subtles collection. You get 10 different colors and 10 of each button per package, so that's 100 buttons. And what's nice is they're all different and they match. You can see how nicely they match our ink color and our paper color perfectly. All right, so the next one, I'm going to make him a little different. Now you can stamp with the same color button, or you can stamp with a different color. And I used these buttons on him, on this snowman. And I used the Memento Tuxedo black ink. And he is going to get a little bow tie also. When you are done putting on the bow tie, you can decide if you'd like him to have a hat or if you like it with just the bow tie. That's the fun about this. You get to decide what you want your embellishments to be. Somebody else isn't making that decision for you. And I am going to go with the top hat, partly because I like the way it looks. The other part is because I have it already cut out. So, oop, I got a little too much glue on that. I'm going to take the edge of my scissors and just kind of whisk it away. And I put his hat on just like right on top like that, kind of like it's too big for him. I don't know. I just like it to look more fun. And finally, I have one where I used our Jewel Basic rhinestones. And you get, I forgot how many are in this. I think there's 100. Oh, there's 150 in this package with 3 different sizes. And then there's 3 strips also. So there's 150 rhinestones. And in a later video, I'll even show you how you can color those to any color that you like. You're not stuck with them being silver, or if you were buying red or blue, you're not stuck with them all being one color. And after I show you how to color them with your Stampin' Write markers, they will match exactly to the ink as well. So I did that with this one, and I just put 2 on that one just to show you all the different varieties. And then I was messing around with my holly berries, and I added a holly berry to this guy's hat. I was just waiting for the glue to dry before I started playing around some more. So isn't that sweet? And then we are going to take our last guy, and when I cut my scarf, it looks okay when you put it on like this, but I wanted it to be a little bit snugger around his neck instead of, you know, further down. And you just adjust it. You just kind of put it how you want. But I decided that I wanted it more up. So I just trimmed that little piece off with my paper snips. And I have a cute little red and white hat to go on his head. So I will take and use my Tombow again. And look, I made a mistake. So I flipped it over and I did a scarf on the other side. You don't have to waste any paper. Use up everything, and it's not even going to show because our paper is heavy enough that you can't see through. If you hold it up to the light, you can, because people are going to say that to me now. But you can look at it and you will not even see. I'll hold that up to the camera closer. You can't even see that I had something else stamped on the back. How cute is that? You can also dress up the scarves with little hearts. You can dress it up with little snowflakes. You could do whatever you'd like with it. And I think I'm going to put my other little holly berry right there on his hat. And now he's all ready for the winter. So that's just a little bit more about the snow places or snow place and the Snow Friends set. All these different looks, all these different embellishments, one set. And these are a very nice size too. Let me measure. These aren't tiny. Our snowman, the big one, is 2.5 inches. Our little one is 1.5 inches, and it looks really cute just right next to the big one. And you could put earmuffs on him. You could do anything you want, just like we did with the other ones. So you could make them match. And the penguin is 2 inches tall, and it's about 1.75 inches wide. So if you were buying these at a craft store, you'd probably pay quite a bit of money for them. And I made them with ink that I had, paper, and the stamp set. So you can see when you have the right tools, you can do a lot of things with them for pretty inexpensive. It's just that the tools are what cost you. But I'm going to have this snowman and penguin to use forever. And just one more quickie. I used the candy cane on some pattern paper and cut that out. So you've got the candy cane. If you were to flip this over and cut the candy cane going in the same direction, on the opposite side, when you flipped it over, you could crisscross your candy cane and you have a match. And I also took a little piece of ribbon that you could add to the hat, or you can add it as a little bow tie. If your snow person is a girl, you could add it as a ribbon for her hair. So lots of different things that you can do. Oh, I got a new idea. All right, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed all the different embellishments that I made today. And if you have questions, please post them in the comments below, or you can send me an email at can'tstopstampin@gmail.com. Thank you.